right, Coach. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. That one good for 37 yards.
And Smith was a little bit of a surprise in 2018. Got unexpected playing time due to the absence of Devontae Freeman. Took full advantage of it. Had 27 catches out of the backfield last season. There's another one this year.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offensive move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the toss play, Howard. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Shotgun now for Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Here we go. 180!
On 1st and goal, Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Wentz will keep it. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed him back and set up 3rd down.
Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run for it with Howard. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Partner, on my spot sheets, I Highlighted turnover margin, because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine, because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
It's second and 8 at the 5-yard line.
Ready? 51, 950, we're ready. Come on, baby. Woo! Check it out.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
A 2-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and 11.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Done. 180.
45, Mike, 45. You're trapped.
What's up?
From the gun, it's Wentz. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Here we go. 280.
Mike, 45. I'm here all day.
Check 9.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now it's Ryan. A reminder, one more game on the Week 2 docket, and it's a good one from MetLife Stadium. Plenty of storylines in this one. OBJ's return. You've got Mayfield and Darnold, first 2 QBs taken last year. Browns and Jets. That's 8:15 Eastern tomorrow night. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Check.
Throwing again. Ryan. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped.
Ready. Back 25. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On third down, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. But it's going to be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
I'm going back to you.
Wentz going to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now Wentz on third down. Flush to his right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Mike 25. 51 to Mike. Wild Bill. Wild Bill. Let's go.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And Matthews has it right side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Ito Smith, his first carry. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
Ready, blue 80, blue 80. All jet, got it. Every jet, any jet. Get up.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready, blue 80. 51. Hey, watch the slant.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Down, ready, blue 80. Mike.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete here. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. And it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4th down, and out comes the Falcon kicker, Giorgio Tavecchio. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
We got this. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Here we go.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
He's coming. We got double up.
On third down, this is Howard. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's great. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Shady, blue 80. Back 25. Let's get it together.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Ryan. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Tavecchio puts this one through. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 21.
21. No. 80 weapon. Hey, 59, ready.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And the Falcons, first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Here we go. Check 52.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's crashing.
58. Wait.
From the 39, Ryan. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Smith. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out. Hey, switch gears.
On play action, Wentz under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Deion Jones. Able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
It's 2nd down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
17-yard line. It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
Now Wentz. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They'll look to set up his blockers. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And it's 2nd down. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Ryan to throw. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jackson. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 32-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. To throw, it's Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Wentz. Well, the pressure gets to him again. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Here's Wentz to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. Tack McKinley. Bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Here's Cameron Johnston now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Ryan. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. To throw is Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. And he's going to be taken down. Penalty marker on the field, however. Which side is this on?
That's what I'm talking about.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Shotgun now for Wentz. Eluding the pressure. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the Eagles' 22-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's first and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's outfield. Hey, it's all out. Check 99. Check 99. Hey, South.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
A gain of 2 brings up third and 7.
The Falcons on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is third and 7.
I'm on.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
You crazy, boy. You crazy.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Operating from the gun. Ryan. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2. They'll try and run with Freeman. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Well, now they'll try the end around. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. On 1st down, Freeman. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go,
Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Intended for Julio Jones. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Hey, Tuesday.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A gain of 13 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Wentz now on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Here we go,
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Go.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Watch the safety creep. Great.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
57.
45 the mic.
Hey, box truck.
Let him know.
We're shit.
45 the mic. It's
Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout, but still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points, and this game is over. Well, this one provided some good drama down to the very end. That last kickoff return, for a moment thought he might break it, but in the end, they get the tackle and stop the drama.
You were starting to have more fun, weren't you?
Well, I was starting to stand up.
Yeah, you were into that one. Who knew? We thought maybe they might get that miracle finish that they were looking for. Didn't quite get it done.
So for Atlanta, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packing, nobody new, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist. What now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest. No recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables. Now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip.
Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a man in his 13th NFL season, it's Adrian Peterson. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Adrian Peterson as good as they come, but here he can't get the first. And the Bears will get the football back. First carry from Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing here, Trubisky. It's his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And 8-yard pickup. First down, Bears.
Check 56. Let's go, D.
Play action. Now Trubisky. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Trubisky to throw again. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Intended for Trey Burton. Incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last drive, They were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They go play action now. Haskins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day, baby. Go ahead, take a seat.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Now Haskins to throw it. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Intended for number 88. Incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum. Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. It's taken to the 26. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Bears take over. A reminder that we kick off Week 4 on Thursday night. A good one in Lambeau. Eagles and Packers, 2 teams with eyes on the playoffs this year in the NFC. Coverage starting at 8:20 Eastern. And hard to believe it, we also have a couple of teams coming up on a bye week already in Week 4, the Jets and the Niners.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. Avoids him at the 40. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 22.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
Lock in, lock in. Mike 20. Here we go, D.
They go play action with Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions.
And I think the ball's out. And this will kick out of bounds inside the 5. Talk about disaster averted as they hold on to the football. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. On first down, here's Love. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Two first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. This quarterback now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Josh Doxson's got it complete. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Haskins going to throw again. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
The point after is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Set, ready. 15 on it. 15 on it. Not today, you are. Not today. Mike, check. 59.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Now it's Haskins. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. A huge play there for Washington. And even 40 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins have tied it here. The extra point to come can put him in the driver's seat. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.